Welcome. Today we're doing a bit of Explorer. It's the midweek magic for this week. Now I had an alchemy deck the other week where I was building around Sunset Revelry, but I had in alchemy you've got this card called Black Market Connections, where you can pay 1, 2, 3 life for different advantages, like a card or a 3/2 creature. You can pay 6 life to get all treasure, a card, and a 3/2. So it's quite a good enabler for getting the bonuses from Sunset Revelry. So I thought, let's see if we can make this work in Explorer as well. Obviously, there's a huge amount of cards to choose from, but I have settled upon Font of Agonies as one of the other payoffs that I'm going to build around. So this basically gives us reusable creature removal as long as we're paying 4 life or more. So that seems to go quite well with, say, Adanto Vanguard. You can just pay 4 life in one go. And things like, if you look at our top end here, we've got Vona, Butcher of Magan, who can pay 7 life to destroy a non-land permanent. I don't know if we'll get there, but it's worth a shot. We've got definitely an exploratory deck where we've just got one-ofs of lots of different cards that I just want to try out. So we'll see what happens. See if we can get maybe a Massacre Wurm out. That looks quite fun. And then of course there's Axis of Mortality, which actually lets you swap life totals at the beginning of the upkeep. So if you can sort of play this and survive to your next turn, maybe you can steal their life total, which sounds like fun to me. Yeah, and we're just trying out a lot of cards like Mangara the Diplomat. I've never tried this card before, but we'll see what it can do. So yeah, and I guess we're hoping we're going to play against creature decks. We don't have a lot of. I mean, we have some removal against non-creatures, non-land permanents. We've got a Rite of Oblivion. We've got the Vona, but yeah, we might have problems against sort of some of the other interesting Explorer decks that you can run into. But I think we'll just see how we get on. The other theme, of course, we're giving my opponent creatures, if possible, as well. So we can get the 2 1/1 creatures from Sunset Revelry. This is the moment of truth. We'll just make sure we've made a legal deck for this event. Yeah, it works. That's good. Okay, it's a 2-lander. We'll see how this goes. They've got a good start. Okay. You know what? Would have been better actually playing the swamp side of this, because then I can obviously pay the life and get the payoff. That would have been a good idea. Now, which one? I don't think we need the tribute to Horobi as much at this point. We don't need to give them a lot of creatures, I think. That said, that was my 2-drop, wasn't it? But never mind. We will. Yeah, let's pay 2 life. for another Font of Agonies. Oh, we should have, yeah, again, should have played the Font of Agonies first. We're learning how to play our deck. Never mind. Because he's on the play, unfortunately, he gets to flip this before we can blow it up with Kaya. But there you go. That is the way of things. Interesting. So that was life loss. This is specifically says pay life. So we've learnt something. Dreadhorde Invasion's no good, so we can cut that. There you go. That's fair enough. Get the white side of this. Mangara the Diplomat. Let's give him a go. Cool. Okay, we can sacrifice a 1/1. The Dreadhorde Invasion we've realised is not very useful, so we'll just... This is giving us a creature every turn. Maybe we might only need one Font of Agonies. But I am getting quite low on life as well. So let's drop, yeah, we'll drop that. Okay. So yeah. We'll go with the Serra Paragon here and just try and double block the Revealing Eye. But it's quite interesting. The deck is, I don't think the deck is bad because I misplayed early and I'm just dead, right? But I could have blown up the Revealing Eye by getting 4 counters on a Font of Agonies, so... Right. So we're going to be very careful and make sure we've got paying life options rather than losing life options. So Dreadhorde Invasion is dropped. Sign in Blood, I'm going to say we dropped. You lose life, you don't pay the life. Okay. That works. That's paying life. Dealing damage to you isn't quite the same as paying life, so we'll just drop the Midnight Reaper. That's losing life. We can drop that. I think this is so good, we're going to keep it anyway. That's definitely pays 7 life. So things I want to add, I'm going to go for a second march. Wretched Sorrow. I don't want it to be just another Meathook deck. I'll have one Meathook Massacre, but I won't go above that. And we could kind of hammer the Adanto Vanguard synergy here. And I think maybe another Rite of Oblivion. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Let's just keep it. So it's definitely, we can't use that unfortunately to draw a card. So just have to miss our land drop. So I think, yeah, playing 24 lands without early card draw is probably a bit iffy. When we've got quite a big top end. Okay. Right, if we play Sunset Revelry, we'll go down to 6 cards, won't we? So we should draw a card. Or just, well, I guess we'll check how it works. You can respond instantly, so I don't draw a card. Okay, we drew a card, and it was a land. That was nice. Okay. Right, the Locust God. Interesting. Sweet. Okay, so this is how he gets out the I'm thinking Agent of Treachery. We'll see what this. We'll see. It's going to be something ridiculous. Okay, that's not so bad. I don't know if Agent of Treachery is banned from Explorer actually. Okay, there's the Font of Agonies. So it gives everything draw and discard. Pay for life. Would have been better with Font of Agonies in play again. Yep. But never mind. I was just thinking of just doing a simple 2-point March of Wretched Sorrow to take this out. Right, we're going to do it right this time. So Font of Agonies. Pay the 2 life. And I think we play Kaya here because that's something we can exile. But he's got Spell Pierce. Okay. I think we'll just swing in. Okay, Shark Typhoon. Keep attacking in, I guess. Right, here we go. Shark Typhoon. Right. Let's try playing Vito. Okay. Yeah, Vito's out of that, and he's getting a 2/2 shark as well. I guess we'll pop the Kiki Jiki. It's a 3/3. 2 damage to that. Do we want to save it? Go down to 4 life. I think we'll let it die. Okay. Okay. 4-point Meathook is a possibility here, but I mean, Paragon and Blabber Shark is a possibility here. We can consume a shark and shoot the other shark, which seems good. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Okay, 3-point Meathook looks pretty good here. Right. So, Adanto, and then blow up both sharks for 4 mana. Seems good. Oh, we'll attack both. You could have another big score, making a 4/4 shark. Okay, I think that works. Replay the Mangara. Let's count our mana. We've got 8 mana. Kind of want to try this Clackbridge Troll. I've never played him before. We have to be a little bit careful with our life total at the moment. Okay, I think I'll go for some Sunset Revelry. How about Tribute to Horobi? We'll give him a rat token as well. And then we'll Sunset Revelry. 2 direct damage. Yeah, he's getting a bit of damage through here. Yeah, he doesn't want to give me too many cards, I guess. Right, I think we do need a flying blocker here. Let's go to the combat phase and see if he's going to give me some life points, which is nice of him. Yeah, no attacks here though. Play the Paragon. Get a blocker. Oh, that's sweet. We can play Kaya.
I'm gonna make you suffer.
Let's take out a Shark. How about another tribute to Horobi? I think we can get away with that. And no, I don't think we can get away with paying 2 life. And end the turn there. That's a 4/4 Shark. Oops, let's resolve that. So he can kill Kaya here. Okay, it's another 4/4 Shark. I'm going to draw a card. Three damage. Oh, who's he doing that to? Oh, that would make sense. Kaya does target planeswalkers. That's a good removal spell. Right, yes, we want to do that first, and then we want to take all the rats. Yoink. Guess get that out of my hands. Get that out of my hand. Gears, flying, and lifelink. We need three to equip it. We can do a Sunset Revelry though, can't we? And draw a card, I think. One mana short. Not that we want his life total particularly. So we've got 5 mana. We do have a Vito that can come back. What? Yeah, well, it shows me everything I can bring back here. Mask of Griselbrand. Maybe we do that first instead. How much damage are we taking in the air here? We've got 2 blockers. Potentially we're taking 9 damage. Let's go to a combat phase. I don't think we can do an awful lot. Oh, let's do that first. Oh, I see. Did that just kill him? It did. Yeah, the little hidden life gain on Clackbridge killed him. Nice. That was getting quite complicated there, juggling the old life total, but that was quite fun, really. Oh, I think that's my 4th one of those. I was about to drop Mangara from the deck because I thought, well, he's had a good run out. We've seen what he can do in Game 1, but I'm very impressed with his performance in Game 2, so we're going to keep him. I think, yeah, one of the problems was I keep getting 2 land opening hands, so I could go up to 27 land, and that's when he starts mostly getting 3 land hands, I think. But yeah, we'll gamble and keep this. We've got a turn 2 play. Okay, he went down to 5, but he's got a Delver of Secrets deck, so that's fair enough. You can get a 7-turn clock on me here. Yep, he did indeed. And he's got the card draw, so yeah. He just needed, like, the combo, really. Tribute to Horobi's not quite what we need here, because we've got this clock on us, and this just, basically we take 3 damage from this. We'll try an Adanto Vanguard, so at least we're racing a bit. Alright, that is a counter spell. Yeah, let's go for double black here. And it's a case of what does he want to counter spell? This guy's quite a big problem for him. I don't think he'll counter tribute to Horobi. I think I'll play Mask of Griselbrand. I don't mind if he counters that. It's quite mana intensive. Yeah, it's gone. Oh yeah, the other. I'm just thinking, what's the pirate that the blue deck has? It's the Siren Pirate for 1 blue. You can sacrifice it to give another creature hexproof. It's a pretty good one in these kinds of decks. Right, we've hit 4 mana. Swing in. So we could double spell. We could we tribute to Horobi and do Adanto Vanguard, and see if he counter spells the tribute. That's the best thing I've got, I think. You should obviously let this resolve, but you never know. Yeah, let it resolve. That's fair enough. Does provide pretty good blockers for my Vanguards. But we're not winning the race anyway, so we're just really just trying to get through his counter spells here. Okay, Essence Capture on that one. Sure. So yeah, that does shorten the clock really. My guess is he'll win next turn. He'll have a way of pumping this up. Unless we can do something, but I don't think we'll be allowed to do anything. Let's think. So, Font of Agonies. See if that gets through. And yeah, we could pay 4 life and shoot the Aberration. Then we've got to trade off with a Rat Rogue. We obviously can't. Well, he can't counterspell this, can he? Unless he can counter an activated ability. If he's literally got, hexproof, the short up, I'm dead. I don't think there's any point playing Kambal. So, you never know. We might have a shot here. Right. So it's pretty simple. Or we could just try and survive this turn. That's I'm just thinking, do I want to just try and kill this on before his draw phase? Yeah, let's go with this plan. Okay, pay 4. He's got a hand of 6 cards. Okay, interesting. You might be able to just bounce this and kill me with the rats, but that's fair enough. Shore up on a rat would kill me as well. Interesting. Isn't that interesting? Okay. Got Troll, we've got this. If we play this, it plays around a 2-point power sink. So I think maybe this is the better choice. Yeah, another flyer, and then he can counter spell because that's cheaper. Fair enough. Right, no attacks. See if he just wins by turning this into a flyer. Oh, he doesn't. Okay. But that just gets bounced, so he wins. Yep. So yeah, he mulled down to 5, but he had the turn 1 Delver into flipping on turn 2 with combat research, which is a strong start for that deck. And I didn't have early removal. But that was quite interesting. We survived a turn longer than I thought we would. But that's those kinds of games where a tribute to Horobi starts looking quite bad, really. Okie doke. Right, so it looks like we've got some serious tap lands here. I don't know if we'll be able to play Charming Prince on turn 2, but we can scry and see if we can get an untapped land for turn 2. Kaya. Yeah, we have to try and get an untapped land, I think. This looks like mono black. Okay, it's green black. Yeah, pay 3 life. Oh wait. Don't be a fool. Play the Font of Agonies first. Is there any point playing this? No, we'll play. There's no point playing that for 3 life, so we'll play a a tap land. Okay, so this guy's ramping up to some big creatures, I would guess. Play that land. We're going to just look for lands. We're going to do a bit of scrying. Another Font of Agonies. I guess no, we don't need another one. We want to obviously hit 6 land for Massacre Wurm. That'd be awesome. Okay, Vivian. Makes a 3/3. Okay.
Dinosaurs? I love Ikoria. I call, and Ikoria answers.
I think it's just as simple as Vanishing Verse on Vivian. And yeah, we could write over Oblivion. A beast. I don't feel good about that. I think I'll just do no attacks. I'm going to keep my Font of Agonies as well. Elder Gargaroth, yeah. Does this have hexproof or anything like that? We'll pay 3 life for this. Then we can play the Clackbridge Troll. So as soon as this attacks, he gets to start drawing cards. So I think we can't really allow him to do that. Top deck a land, I guess. Well, I'll see if you can put out lethal. Oh yeah, you can exile my right of Oblivion. So he's got 8 damage and I'm on 9 life, but whenever this attacks, he can he can exile Charming Prince and do me an extra point of damage. So he has lethal. In other words, so it's a shame I can't quite do the Axis of Mortality here. Massacre Wurm takes out a creature and gives me a blocker. Clackbridge Troll does not give me a blocker, but it can give me 3 life points and a card, which effectively takes out one of his attacks. I think we do Clackbridge Troll first because, of course, it's a nice combo with Massacre Wurm. Oh yeah, I forgot completely about Hive of the Eye Tyrant, didn't I? So that looks like lethal. 9, 10, 11, 12. Good game. Oh wait, no, I got it wrong. I'm down to 1 life. Oh well. Why didn't I die? I counted up 12 damage. I don't know why I did. Oh, because Hive of the Eye Tyrant exiled the creature card instead of Graveyard Glutton. Ah, little sort of misclick there. We've got Campbell. Well, Massacre Wurm does do some work here. I don't know if it's enough. Let's try it. Okay. He couldn't sacrifice anything. Obviously, he's got 4/4, 3/3 to attack with. I can't afford to attack, so no attacks. And that only gets tapped on the combat phase on my turn, I guess. Oh, yeah, Hive of the Eye Tyrant again. Yeah. Knew there was something. Yeah. Yeah, exiles his own creature and wins. Yeah, fair enough. Still, we got to see the Clackbridge Troll and Massacre Wurm combo. That was fun. But yeah, we're back in the fun world of creature lands. It's just that the creature land made the difference there. And he could have killed me a turn earlier with that as well. Not, but I just can't be bothered to go into the deck and putting in Field of Ruins. I probably should. Yep, this looks alright. Yep. Play that tap land. Do we go Adanto Vanguard? Yes. Oh look, it's Faceless Haven. Alright, we will activate that ability and keep him alive. Okay, my turn. So I can get those life points back if I want. So this punishes my opponent for life when I get life gain. If we Horobi now, he gets a rat. He'll get another rat next turn, and then we can Sunset Revelry. I think that might be a plan. Kumano, yep. goblin. Okay. That is a good card to see. Right, he's on 4 cards. We've got a simple turn. I think it's just Sunset Revelry, isn't it? Land, Sunset Revelry puts us on 3 cards. So that should draw us the extra card. We'll definitely play this tapped. Decline. Sunset Revelry. Nice. And no attacks. Goblin. Oh, he can boost goblins only. That's good news. Right, he gets a 1/1 goblin because he's attacking with 6 power. Javelineer kills one of my creatures. Can the goblin get first strike? I don't think so. I think it's worth a shout. Just chuck these 2 in front here. And I reckon... Oh, okay, no, that doesn't get pumped when it's blocking. I don't think it's worth blocking with that. You can pump the team. Okay, that's getting frostbit, so goblin survives. Fair enough. You can pump all the goblins and do more damage. 5, 6, 7 damage. Okay. But we will steal a couple of rats now. They're going to be tapped rats, but... I don't think we have to block with Adanto Vanguard. He's not very good at blocking anyway. So I think he will block with the Echo. I'm worried about taking a lot of damage. Right, potentially we've got 5 mana here. In fact, yeah, with Isolated Chapel. Seems pretty good to put the Chapel out, put out Vito. Put out Charming Prince, and just gain 3 life. And turn. Okay, guess that's 3 damage on him. So you got 3 frostbites this game. That's pretty good going. He can do a double pump with Battlecry Goblin. He will get an extra goblin. So that's 3, 6, 7, 8, 12 damage. This is the one that does 1 damage to the thing blocking it. Right, Charming Prince. Let's try and take out a Battlecry Goblin. That seems smart. Obviously, you're going to die to that. So 3, 7, 8, 9 damage is going through. We'll lose Vito if we block a Goblin. But we'll... Yeah, 3, 6... It's going to be 10 damage. Let's try and keep Vito alive. We'll just block the Etching. Because I think I don't die. I'm not sure though. Should be 10 damage, right? Okay. I'm still on 4 life points. That's nice, we don't have to pay 2 life. So just slam down a Massacre Wurm. That's our card rewards. Okay, oh, this is nice. So yeah, another nice cheap card draw artifact. So this reminds me of Reckoner Bankbuster, but yeah, potentially this could get a lot of charges on it. Okay, oh, well, it's a 3-lander. We've got the Agadeem's Awakening. Let's go for a land, please. I think 3 land is not quite enough. Right, so you could pay 3, tribute to Horobi, Sunset Revelry next turn. It might be good. Oh, this is coming into play tapped. That's sad. The good news is we're emptying our hand quicker than this guy. He's still got loads of cards. So we should get a full Sunset Revelry. Nice. Valaka Exploration. Wow, okay. Slaughter Specialist might not be the best here. We've got a pretty advantageous situation on the board. I think we just disrupt him with Rite of Oblivion. Lose a rat. And let's pay 2 life. And we'll play a sort of Slaughter Specialist. Right. Trouble with Oblivion, it exiles things. I'm okay with that. Okay. Good card. Does it have reach? It does not have reach. Okay, let's go for a Font of Agonies. And maybe this guy's pretty good here. Doesn't have reach, so just swing in. Chandra.
Don't think a fancy dress means I didn't come here to fight. Give a toast? I'd love to.
Right, nice. Alana and Elena. Okay, we're lucky we top deck some removal. Take out the Ashaya. Just thinking Slaughter Specialist first. It gives him a blocker.
So I'm a little hot-headed. So what?
Yeah, that's definitely something the deck can do. That's pretty good. Nice short up. Okay, right, three wins is enough. We'll have a quick look at the deck, I think. We've made that that one alteration early on. We read Font of Agonies. So this only works when you pay life. So just losing life to the that black enchantment isn't good enough. 2 mana black enchantment. Dreadhorde Invasion doesn't trigger Font of Agonies, so that doesn't seem so good. But the best options seem to be my Adanto Vanguard, paying 4 life seem to be a very good combination. And just the Shocklands as well. Looks like Thran Portal. That's a cost of 1 life. That should work as well. And of course the Agadeem's Awakening Land. You pay 3 life. Caves of Koilos would not work because these deal damage to you. It's got to be life. It's got to be paying life. We didn't see Vona, but that's also pay 7 life. But yeah, let's go through card by card. So yeah, Font of Agonies is sort of what we're built around. It's a nice fits into the 1-drop slot quite nicely. And then we've got Adanto Vanguard, bit of early aggression and paying life. We've got I just have 1 Charming Prince, so there's got to be, if you're paying life in the deck, you've got to have sources of life gain. So to try and balance it out, we're kind of yo-yoing our life total a little bit. This guy's got a bit of utility. So it's usually going to be life gain or scrying for 2. Haven't really thought about the exile and return to play. That would need a come into play effect, which might actually make sense with 1 or 2 cards. Clackbridge Troll. If I really want to give my opponent more goat creatures, which I might do if I'm playing if I'm planning on a Massacre Wurm. But yeah, not really worrying about the 3rd option there too much. Sunset Revelry is the whole point of paying all these life points. We can and giving my opponent creatures, we can kind of wrest that advantage back from my opponent and get a couple of tokens and get 4 life back. And sometimes we'll be able to draw a card off this, but sometimes not. I haven't really done a lot of put in a lot of ways of getting card disadvantage and emptying my hand. But one example though is March of Wretched Sorrow, because this lets you exile black cards to pump up the or rather reduce the cost of the spell. So that is one synergy you can use with, for the 3rd part of Sunset Revelry. You can use that white spell as well, the one that exiles. March of Everlasting Light can definitely work as well. We've got creatures that give my opponent more creatures, so we've got a couple of Slaughter Specialists, 2 Tribute to Horobi, and we have the Clackbridge Troll, which gives your opponent 3 goats. And it also turns out to be a life gain card as well. They can sacrifice a creature to tap the troll at the start of your attack phase. Then you gain 3 life and draw a card. So it's a bit. We've got a card a little bit like this in. I believe it's in New Capenna. It's a 6/6 blue creature, some kind of giant crab, and but if you tap it, your opponent gets a 1/1 unblockable fish. This one's quite nice, so I think I prefer getting 3 life and drawing a card. Seems pretty good. Yeah, Tribute to Horobi. Interesting card. Kind of a ballsy card. Playing this on turn 2. You're going to take, if they attack with their rat tokens, obviously they're generated during your turn, so they don't have summoning sickness in your opponent's turn, so they can swing in for 3 damage. So this basically costs you 3 life, but in 2 turns, it's only 2 mana, and you get a 3/3 flyer, which can sacrifice other creatures to draw a card whenever it attacks. So I'd say that's a pretty good deal for 2 mana, because you're gaining control of those rat tokens, assuming nothing bad has happened to them. So potentially this is 2 mana, 3/3 flyer, and a couple of 1/1 rats. and a card drawing engine as well. So there's a very high ceiling on this card if you can pull it off. And because it's giving my opponent creatures, of course, it's helping Sunset Revelry to give me extra tokens. And of course, the rats swinging in and hitting you is dropping your life total, so maybe you're going to get your the 4 life from Sunset Revelry as well. So this is basically the engine of the deck here, and then we've got a bunch of removal cards. So a personal favourite is Consecrate Consume. I've just got 1 copy, but the consume part of it, pay 4 mana, target player sacrifices the creature with the greatest power among creatures they control. You gain life equal to its power. So this is very good for killing hexproof, big hexproof creatures. Because you're targeting the player and not the opponent. So, name that big, nasty green hexproof creature of your choice. This can hopefully take it out, as long as it's got the greatest power amongst your opponent's creatures. Couple of Rite of Oblivions, because we're also kind of a tokens deck. I think we can get away with this. We have a few tokens flying around, so this is very powerful, cheap, and reusable removal. Exiling a non-land permanent is pretty good, and you get to use it twice. So yeah, very powerful removal. And we've chucked in a Vanishing Verse as well, so this is a good removal card as well. Instant speed. Most nasty. There are lots of nasty monocolored things, so I think I can get away with 1 Vanishing Verse quite easily. That covers the 2-drop slot. The mana curve is pretty focused on the 2-drop slot here. I've got 17, and then a few more expensive things. 24 land. I usually like to play 26 or 27 land when I've got sort of more expensive things in the deck. But so I'm cheating a little bit, but we weren't too badly punished today. I mean, we have a few card draw things, but they're very conditional card draw things like Tribute to Horobi, Sunset Revelry. So we've just got 1 Charming Priest to scry. So it can be hard to hit your land drops with this deck. Let's see, in the 3 drops we've got Mask of Griselbrand. So this is another, another card that lets you gain lots of life potentially, but also you can pay X life. That's the important part. So it goes well with Font of Agonies. Pay X life if the equipped creature dies, where X is its power, and then draw X cards. Seems good. Treacherous Blessing. 3 mana, draw 3 cards. Seems good. It does not have a life payment on it, but I think it's still good enough to play, and it's something you can sacrifice to Rite of Oblivion as well, because it actually has no value once it's in play. We've got Vito, Thorn of the Dusk Rose. So this is a payoff for all of my life gain things, and he can give my team lifelink, which is quite useful. This did win 1 game. I didn't even plan it, but of course my opponent was on 2 life, I think, and they tapped Clackbridge Troll, and that killed them because I had Vito out. They took, of course, this gains you 3 life. Vito did them 3 direct damage to finish them off. We've got Kambal, Consul of Allocation. I just noticed this card. It just seems like quite a good card. It's a source of life gain for me. It's something it's kind of a hoser for non-creature spells decks. They're going to have to deal with it. I think there's enough non-creature spells decks out there that this is going to be quite good. Then we've got Kaya, Orzhov Usurper. So this can just remove. This is pretty good for removing tokens or 1-drops. -1 just to remove a token or a 1-drop. And it's also another source of life gain and graveyard hate as well. Mangara the Diplomat, yeah, this was quite interesting in one of the games. So 2/4 lifelink for 4. If you get attacked by 2 creatures, you can draw a card. If an opponent casts a second spell in their turn, you draw a card. So card draw engine. And I guess it synergizes with the deck just because I'm giving my opponent a bunch of creatures with Tribute to Horobi, Sword Specialist, so this dissuades them from attacking a little bit. Sarah Paragon just seems quite good, and there is that little life gain thing when you play something from your graveyard, that permanent, when it dies, gives you 2 life. So it's just quite a good card. I've not tried it in any other decks yet. I do see this quite a lot, so it seems to be one of the best white cards from Dominaria United. And we come to the Clackbridge Troll, which is just amazing for this deck. I was unaware of this guy's existence really till yesterday. Noticed I had it in my collection. I think I did a search just for life to look for life gain, and this just happens to make 3/0/1 white goat creatures for my opponent. So this is absolutely perfect for the deck. Couldn't be better. Then we've got Vona, Butcher of Magan. We didn't see this today. 4/4 for 5 mana. It's got quite a steep cost there. Pay 7 life to destroy an online permanent. And it says activate only during your turn. So it is technically instant speed, but only during your turn. But also 4/4 Vigilance lifelink is pretty good. And this is the kind of deck that maybe can get away with this card, I think. Axis of Mortality. So this is a fun one where you get to exchange life totals with your opponent during the beginning of your upkeep. And I drew it today, but I counted up my opponent's damage coming in, and it looked like I was going to die. So I couldn't play Axis of Mortality. I had to play blockers. So that's the problem. Yeah, it's a 6 mana do nothing card for the first turn it's in play, and sometimes you're under too much pressure to actually pull this off. So yeah, we didn't quite pull this off today. Then we have Massacre Wurm. So yeah, what do you do when you've given your opponent a bunch of 1 toughness tokens? Well, you play a Massacre Wurm, give all your opponent's creatures a -2/-2, and they lose 2 life for each creature that dies. So just seems to make sense to have a Massacre Wurm in here. March of Wretched Sorrow. We actually have 2 copies of this. It's an X spell that does X damage to a creature or planeswalker, and you gain X life. So this is another big life gain thingy. And you can even exile black cards. So you can use a bit of card disadvantage to pump this up. And as I mentioned with Sunset Revelry, you might be able to get those cards. You might be able to draw a card off Sunset Revelry because you've discarded a card with your March. That's the theory. So, and I've just got the 1 Meathook Massacre as well, which I didn't want to rely too much on this, so I've just put 1 copy in here. Because I want to try out some other cards. We're all quite familiar with this one. But yeah, obviously this is pretty amazing for the deck, because it's not just a board wipe, but it's gaining you lots of life, and potentially doing direct damage to your opponent as well. Then we look at the lands. I just put in pretty much every rare land that Orzhov has, plus a Thran Portal. And I've chucked in an Agadeem's Awakening, because it's got that pay 3 life option there, if you're playing it as a land. We didn't get a chance to use the sorcery side of this. I don't know, I haven't built the deck around an Agadeem's Awakening, because it's, you kind of want a 1-drop creature, 2-drop creature, 3-drop creature, 4-drop creature, and so on. So it's not quite, I don't think the deck is quite set up that way, because we don't have any 1-drop creatures. We do have some 3-drops, as well as loads of 2-drops, a couple of 4-drops, yeah, 5-drops, 6-drop, yeah, just no 1-drops unfortunately. But yeah, actually, so I just care more about the paying 3 life part of it really for the deck. Yeah, so yeah, that's the deck. Yeah, I think that's the video. So yeah, thanks for watching and good luck in your midweek magic.